I think we are. It's not telling me if it's working, bro. What? Chat, are we live? Oh, okay. Yeah, we are live. How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna wait a little bit to see who joins. Just getting back from the gym, man. Quickly had a meal, and here I am now live. I had to stick to my word. Stick to my word. Is it not picking up my audio? Okay, there we go. Stick to my word. I'm just gonna wait. Less work is more gains? What's Jeff Nippert on about? Give me a sec.
Sets of push-ups. For the last 100 days, I cut all my workouts in half. I wanted to see what would happen if I went from doing my usual 3 to 4 sets per exercise down to just 1 all-out set, sometimes 2. Would I lose muscle? Well, in this video, I'll break down exactly what I did, what the science says, and what happened to my physique. For as long as I've been training, I've always been a pretty high volume guy.
I mean, if you're a natural bodybuilder, doing 2 sets targeting your muscle per week, and let's say you're moderately like tracking your food, you're not the best at tracking, you're just doing enough to like stay on a calorie deficit, or it actually makes sense. I think it's gonna be a positive review. I think he's gonna say it's actually good progress. It's not a big difference from 3 sets.
And it's also what the science suggested was most optimal. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I generally do at least 3 to 4 sets on each and every exercise, every workout.
Yeah, that's what most people do.
For the last 100 days, I flipped that completely. I became the lowest volume guy in the gym. Instead of 3 to 4 sets, I only did 1 or 2 sets per exercise.
For a year, he did this for a year.
For several lifts, I just do 1 all-out max effort set and move on. Now, to get everyone on the same page, when I say volume, I mean the total number of hard working sets that you do for a muscle each week.
So working to failure, proper form, moderate to heavy weight.
So if you do a large number of sets, you're doing a high volume program. If you do a small number of sets, you're doing a low volume program. So let's use our chest as an example. Let's say you hit your chest on 2 days. 3 sets of chest press on Monday and 3 sets of cable flies on Thursday.
So
and that's all you do for the week.
Or
that means your weekly chest volume is 6 sets per week. And for the last decade or so, the standard science-based guideline for sets per muscle per week was, what do you think? It's about 10 to 20 sets per muscle per week. That's
10 to 20 sets per muscle. That can't be right. Why would that? Hold up. No, how is the muscle resting enough if you're doing 10 to 20 sets per muscle per week for the best like optimal results? Yo, Eli, what's up, brother?
Quite a lot. Going with our
checking
chest
out
example,
Nippert's new video. Less work, more gains. 100-day experiment. Oh, he did it for 100 days. I thought it was a year.
Low end of the science-based range at 10 sets would look like this: 3 sets of chest press plus 3 sets of cable.
Kick is glitched. Let's confirm that real quick. Oh, it's working.
Flies on Monday and 4 sets of push-ups on Thursday. And the high end of the science-based range at 20 sets would look like this: 4 sets of chest press and 4 sets of cable flies on Monday, 3 sets of push-ups and 3 sets of pec deck on Wednesday, 3 sets of incline press and 3 sets of dumbbell flies on
So that's the optimal based on what the science says. That's the optimal training.
Friday. That's a lot of chest, and that doesn't include warm-up sets. These are all hard
Guys, what if I tell you I haven't been doing that? I did not know. Like, I mean, I've done already a lot of research about this, but for me, chest was like 12 sets maximum per week. That's how much I would hit it. So I would do one proper chest day, and then there's one day where I casually throw in an extra like three sets of chest. That's even if I do it. So usually it'd be like around 9 to 10 sets per week, which is the recommended. I mean, it's the minimum 10 to 20, but that's a lot for the best
3
results.
sets of pec deck on Wednesday, 3 sets of incline press, and 3 sets of dumbbell flies on Friday. That's a lot of chest, and that doesn't include warm-up sets. These are all hard working sets all the way to failure or very close to it. And of course, that's just for one muscle.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Rest in
you're going
peace.
through.
You gotta do other stuff too, bro.
Next appointment is in
Nobody
6
has the
months.
time for that.
Please wait.
I'm telling you, most people who want to get a good body, but like they're like employed full time and it's draining their energy and they have a family and all that stuff. There's no way they're getting their fitness goals if that's how much you gotta train for the best
For your
results.
total body volume, you need to add up all the sets.
I'm just hoping by the end of this video, Jeff goes like, well, even though the science says those are the best results you can get, if you do lower volume, lower sets, you're gonna end up with the same result. I hope that's the end of the video.
for all your other muscles too. Those
How
are
you doing,
some
Eli,
long
bro?
workouts.
It's good to see
Trust
you
me,
here. And
I trained like this for years.
had a good
But
day, man.
Not anymore. This is what my full week of chest training looks like now. 2 sets of incline press and 2 sets of pec deck on Monday, 2 sets of machine chest press on Thursday. That's
it.
6 sets per week.
Yo, I'd
Let's
be
use this graph to
surprised,
compare
man.
how my
I
current
would be
volumes look
surprised.
compared to the standard science-based volumes. This is what the high end of the science range looks like, and this is what the low end of the science range looks like. And
So
this
he's
is what I'm
hitting
doing
6.
right now. So it's pretty freaking low across the board.
Shoulders, he's doing 10. Why is shoulders getting the most? Maybe because it's he's targeting the 3 different heads, 3 major heads. Back, he's doing 9 sets. So 2 sides. My voice is lower. Every time I share screen, this happens.
Most of my muscles get 6 sets per week. Some get 4
Let's
sets
try
per
that.
week, and a few are in the 8 to 10 range. My shoulders get 10 sets, my back gets 9, my glutes get 9, and my quads get 8. On average, I'm only doing about 6.5 sets per muscle
Is that good?
per week. And for the 100-day experiment, I split that volume up like this. Upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, arms, rest. And I repeated that split for 14 weeks. The thing is, on paper, by following this plan, I was training at a level of volume that most experts would say is too low to maximize muscle growth. For the past 15 years,
He is working to failure. Hold up, I want to look at that chart again. Why would hold up? Why is he doing 9 for glutes? It's just that one muscle. So how is he entering the 9 set range for glutes? Quads at 8, biceps at 5. No, 6. Those are all 6. Hamstring stopping at 4. Calves at 4. I don't understand the glutes and I don't understand the shoulders, but we'll
per
see.
week. And for the 100-day experiment, I split that volume up like this. Upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, arms, rest. And I repeated that split for 14 weeks. The thing is, on paper, by following this plan, I was training at a level of volume that most experts would say is too low to maximize muscle growth. For the past 15 years,
Well-
the research has been hammering the same message. Volume is king. Back in 2010, James
Is
Krieger
it,
published
though?
a meta-analysis of 8 studies comparing 1 set versus 2 to 3 sets per exercise. And what he found was clear. Doing more sets caused more gains. 2 to 3 sets per exercise was about 40% more effective than just doing 1 set. And over the next 6 years, at least another 7 studies on volume and hypertrophy
Confirmed
were
it.
published. So in 2016, Krieger and colleagues dropped another meta-analysis. This time, rather than sets per exercise, they looked at sets per muscle per week. and they
Let's
found a
see.
clear dose-response effect. Once again, more volume meant more gains. By this point, volume had pretty much cemented itself as the main driver of hypertrophy within the science-based community. I was even singing its praises. Training volume
What are the
for
categories?
hypertrophy.
Load, frequency, rest periods, rep range, training hard, periodization, lifting tempo. So, okay. So I'm assuming after this video, he's going to end up realizing that load, rest period, rep range, and training hard are going to be the top ones. Or if he's going to have to dumb it down to two, it's going to be training hard and lifting tempo. I think those are going to be the two. Usually for my exercise, I aim for 15 reps, regardless of the amount of sets. I think it should be more like till failure, really. I don't think it should be strictly 15. Yo, chill guy, what's up? How are you doing? I've been good, man. I've been good. New videos out on YouTube. Check it out. I'm sure you're going to love it. How have you been, though? It's good to see you here.
Within the science-based community. I was even singing its praises. Training volume. This has been cited as being the main driver of hypertrophy. But were we all kind of wrong? Well, last year, Pelland and colleagues dropped the biggest, most detailed meta-analysis on training volume that's ever been published by far. Now, we're up from 15 to, get this, 35 studies on training volume for muscle growth. And this time, yeah, they found another super clear dose-response relationship between volume and hypertrophy. More volume, more gains. And that
Yeah, my bad. A stream on Kick. You stream? Are you streaming right now?
trend held from as low as 4 sets per muscle per week all the way up to 43 sets per muscle per week. Even the authors were kind of like, man.
Yeah, by the way, guys, since you're the ones who are here, let me know what you want to play later on. It's going to be at game night, so you want me to try something specific? You want me to hop on something? You want to do something together?
There are some issues. If you venture deep,
but I'm so glad you're here, chill guy. Welcome back, brother. Cruz, what's up, Cruz?
Plenty of people criticizing this paper.
No, I'm glad you're here, man. Don't worry about being late. I'm just we're learning something from Jeff over here. If y'all don't know Jeff, if you're getting to fitness, this guy is the man. Like, he knows what he's talking about. He's mostly science-based, which gets very annoying. Sometimes you just want to lift and do the best you can do. You know, when you get too strict with the science stuff, you start getting annoyed. It might discourage you. But he does train hard. He has the muscle to show for it, and he has been natural for most of his life. So props to him. You know, he's doing pretty good. Working on those muscles, eh? Oh, yes, sir. I've been trying my best. Try my best. We have a goal. Hopefully we reach that goal by July, because July is my birth month, and I need to finally reach the fitness goal I've been trying to reach for the past 3 years. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it. The diet is tough, but we can do this. We can do this. Okay, let's see what he's saying.
All the way up to 43 sets per muscle per week. Even the authors were kind of like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Doing a lot of volume just really seems to work. But there are some issues. If you venture deep into the dingy underground corners of the online
Am I cutting?
lifting subculture,
I'm not particularly cutting. I am on a calorie deficit, but I wouldn't consider it like a cut, because a cut would be like severe calorie deficit, and you know, eating in a specific way to help you out with the protein goals without losing, you know, you don't want to lose the muscle. So you're cutting hard on the calories and you're training a little bit less on the strength side. What I'm doing is a mix. So I am on a calorie deficit, but very minimal. And I'm trying to increase strength while I'm on that calorie deficit. So try to gain muscle while losing fat. And hey, it's doable. I've done it so far. It's a lot slower than just cutting, but it works. It works, and I think it's good. Happy early birthday. 8 months early. Thank you, bro.
sure, you'll find plenty of people criticizing this paper. You'll hear that none of these studies are actually measuring true muscle growth. What's really happening is all that
Muscle swelling.
training is simply causing the muscle to swell up with blood and inflammation, something called
No
edema.
way. Is that
Really
what it
just a
is?
big
Is that why
pump
we
that
feel
lasts a
like
few
we're
days,
getting stronger and
making it
bigger?
look like the subjects gained more muscle when the researchers measured it. There's probably some
Cruz,
truth
do
to
you
it,
train,
but
Cruz?
it's
I know
more
you're
than
12,
anyone
but
I think
it's
the
never
overall
it's never
effect
too
is
early
just
to
too
train.
big across too many studies. It's more than just edema gains. Plus, the authors address this in the paper itself. No. Instead, I'm going to criticize this literature through a much more practical lens. First, let's get this straight. These studies didn't apply high volumes to every muscle all at once. No. Most of them just blasted their biceps and triceps or their quads with
Facts.
high volumes.
Facts. I know
For the
guys that
most
just
part,
do that, bro.
all their other muscles were trained normally or not at all. So the best you can really say is that high volume works if you blast a single muscle or two. Even the authors note that
Do
doing
10
high
then
volume
15
for
every day
your
till
body
failure.
could cause some
If it's
serious
easy,
recovery issues.
go heavier next
Speaking of
day.
recovery, almost all of these studies were done at around
That's a good way to look at it too.
But what happens if you're in a caloric deficit like I am right now? A deficit means less energy, which means
Yes.
less recovery. So it's just not clear if these results apply when you're cutting. This is
I know he's the man. I know he knows what he's talking about. But yo, like, I like slightly disagree. You could be on a deficit and you can feel like full and ready and full of energy. I'm telling you, there are hacks. You can hack your body. I'm sure he knows it too, but he's speaking generally. There's a simple diet you can do that's very high on protein and has just enough carbs and a decent amount of caffeine to keep you kicking the entire day. Keyword, there's carbs and there's caffeine, not empty sugars. You don't want those empty sugars, the useless ones. You want the good carbs. And bro, I've been on that. I feel energetic. I improve at the gym. It's not as big as like when you're eating to bulk. Bulking is different, but I think like that rule is not 100% like stable, you know? Like, there's you can say there's situations where you can be on a deficit and still have a lot of energy. Cruz, all I do is at my school every Thursday we run a mile, and every Wednesday we do like 20 to 30 push-ups, which I don't like push-ups. Bro, if you can do 20 to 30 push-ups, you're already better than most people. Like, you're chilling, dude. Keep doing it. You're just gonna get better and better. And also, running a mile is not bad. I encourage you to do as much exercise as you can. Just because he looks like Habib doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. Nah, bro, this guy has degrees and stuff, bro. He knows what he's talking about. He's all about the science lifting. He does research. He released his own research too, and bro looks insane. He looks really good too for a natural.
a crucial point that I'll come back to when I show you my fat loss results throughout this low volume.
Creatine is fire. I'll
Perhaps
tell
most
you about it in a bit.
importantly, though, all of these studies are short-term interventions. They usually only last 6 to 12 weeks. So what happens over a longer time frame, like a year or two? Do higher volumes keep pulling you ahead forever? Or do they just give you a short-term boost and lower volume training would eventually catch up as you get closer and closer to your natural limit?
Yeah, what's your
Based
guess?
on this research,
What's your guess? He's gonna say it's better if you do lower volume. I have a
hard to
feeling.
say because they don't last long enough. And then there's this whole thing with diminishing returns in general. On the surface, all these studies
His physique's pretty mid. Are you kidding? You know how hard it is to achieve his physique. Bro does not cheat. He's natural. He just takes the regular supplements that we all know, like creatine, and he trains very hard. Dude, no, you can't. No, there's no way, dude. This guy's not a mid physique. He has a very good
to
physique.
make it feel like doing exponentially more volume will get you exponentially more gains, but that isn't how it works at all. The extra muscle growth
Genetic
that you
is a
get by
thing
doing
too,
more
by the way.
volume
Like, he
gets
doesn't have the
smaller
best
and
genetics, but
smaller.
he still does
All of
very
that is
good.
why I wanted to test this out for myself. Was I doing all this volume just based on some bodybuilding anecdotes from guys 100 pounds
Look at
bigger
that,
than me?
bro. This guy achieved this naturally. That's super hard to achieve. It takes years upon years.
Me and some science that, while valid, has some serious practical limitations. My N=1 experiment lasted for 100 days, which is longer than almost all of these studies I've shown you so far. I tracked my chest strength and my quad strength using a standardized
Your high school teacher in
science-based
Syria has this
protocol.
build
Tracked my physique with
easy in
progress
his
photos under
mid-20s.
the exact same lighting, and I tracked my
Your high
body fat
school
and lean
teacher
mass with DEXA. For the
must be
challenge,
a
I wrote the most
fallah, bro.
effective
He works with a lot
low-volume
of, like,
split
he
by
works
using
in the
upper,
fields, you
lower,
know?
rest,
That's like
upper,
the
lower,
natural
arms and
strength.
delts, rest. And
That's
go.
as natural as strength can be. Low volume training split, upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, arms and delts, rest. That's a good split.
1 to 2 sets per exercise, with almost every set taken to failure. I knew from other research that if I was going low on volume, I needed to go ultra high on intensity.
Sora 2 is now on.
Okay, there we go. Intensity. So hard work is going to be one of the categories. Hard work and tempo, I think. Yeah, he actually trained to failure, like failure.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
The ad blockers could cause viruses. I'm not risking it.
I'm gonna count it. Ooh. Oh man.
All right, bro, we get it. It was a tough set.
For years and years of doing 10 to 20 sets per muscle per week, it did feel like I wasn't doing enough. But by around week 3, I noticed something surprising. Not only was I not losing size,
It says escape the back rooms. Let me fix that, Cruz.
I was noticing
Thanks for
more
telling me.
muscularity too. That's probably because I was getting leaner, but the lower volume training was still keeping my muscles fuller than what I expected.
Thanks, Cruz.
And most importantly to me, despite steadily losing weight, I was keeping my strength up on all my lifts. And that's probably the best indicator that I was keeping my muscle.
Oh yeah, that's genius. You know, wait. He's onto something with the lower sets. Because when you are on deficit, generally you are feeling more exhausted than when you are like on a bulking diet, right? Because less energy. So doing less sets but still doing it to failure. Oh, dude, this is insane. People should do this more often. You retain more muscle, you still get stronger, and you don't exhaust your muscle to the point where like you feel like you need to eat more.
I started to think that maybe I just didn't need as much volume as I used to think, as long as I was pushing really hard.
You came because you heard he got the huzz? Nah, bro, you're tripping.
On average, higher volume training.
I don't want a huzz right now.
However, I do think on a cut, a low volume program can make more sense, and that's because you have a lower recovery capacity.
Yep.
So a high volume training program can just be harder to recover from. So yeah, if you're doing a bulk or
This
a
guy.
comp or whatever, high volume training works great. I think it makes perfect sense. But when you're on a cut, I think a lower volume program with really high intensity is a smarter approach, and that's what we're doing. But maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. 1 month isn't that much to go by, and new programs are always fun at first anyway. Plus, if it turns out that I lose a bunch of muscle by the 100-day check-in, I might change my tune. By the midway point, I started to feel like all that extra volume
You want
that I
to
used
scribble
do
out yo? I'm
was
down.
depleting me more than I realized. I actually think it was holding me back in some ways, because training is supposed to be fun. And I'll tell you, I used to dread doing some of those super high volume workouts, especially leg days, and especially
Of course,
when cutting.
Cruz.
Nowadays, for my leg workout, I hit 2 sets of squats, 2 sets of leg curls, 1 set of lunges, 2 sets of leg extensions, 1 set of abductions, and 2 sets of calves.
Yeah,
It's not
his legs are
nothing,
impressive,
Still
bro.
a hard workout, but it only takes me about 45, maybe 60 minutes if I take my time.
He is a shorter guy,
Absolutely
but that
will.
doesn't
I'm
like
also more locked in
diminish
than ever
the
before. I don't know
effort
if it's
and
some of
work
my
he's put, you know?
ADHD tendencies, but during almost every single high volume workout I used to do, my focus would always start to taper off near the middle. I'd go on my phone more, I'd rest a little longer in between sets, and just start socializing. An already long workout would drag on even more. And this is where a low volume training style really
Jeff
shines.
Nippard?
It's what I've
Yeah,
been
he's late
calling
20s. I
focus
think he's
effect.
entering 30
Even
like
though
next
you
year.
only have 1 or 2 sets to get the job done, you
Let me check
will lock
this.
in. Before every set, I remind myself that I need to nail my execution and my effort. And because of that, I don't think there's been a single set where I didn't bring the intensity for this entire challenge. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. After all, this challenge only has 1 subject, and I haven't even shown you my results yet. And even if they are amazing, you shouldn't base too much of your own training off of one person's experience. That's why I want to take a second look at the science. Because while on the surface, it really can look like volume is
How
king,
tall am I?
there is more
177.
support
But recently I've been 176. I have destroyed my back with all the editing I do for my job.
for a lower volume training approach than you'd think, at least in the right context.
Can I
For
type his name in the
example,
chat?
there's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
data showing that you need
Let me put it in kick.
way less volume to maintain muscle than you need to build muscle. This classic study from Bickle
I
and
think that's
colleagues,
his name.
Subjects run 2
That's how it's
phases
spelled.
back to back. A high
In
volume
feet,
phase and a low volume
5'9" and
phase.
3/4.
For the high volume phase, they hit their legs 3 days a week. Each workout had 3 sets of squats, 3 sets of leg press, and 3 sets of leg extensions. That's 27 sets per week just for their quads. And they did that for 16 weeks. Then, half the subjects entered a super low volume phase, where they dropped their workload down to, get this, 1 set
Nah, brother,
for
you're
each
tripping. That's a gray
exercise
height. I'm in a
once
gray
week.
height.
That means they went from
What do you mean,
27 sets down to 3. And guess what happened to their gains? They maintained 100%.
This
their
guy
size
is,
and
I think
strength
he's
for
165
another
or something.
16 weeks. Oh, and then another 16 weeks after that. They maintained their gains for 32 weeks. That's 200.
So he just cracked the code for low, like, no calorie deficit and training. He's 35 years old. He doesn't even look it. He's 35 years old and he's 165 centimeters. What's 165 centimeters in feet? He's 5'4". Yeah, 5'5". Yeah, 5'5", 5'4". Yeah, no, bro, I can't complain. I'm blessed. Like, I think this is a very good height for building muscle. The taller you are, the harder it is to put on like big size, and the shorter you are, the more full and bulky you look when you put on size. So anywhere between 5'8" to, I'd push it to 5'11", maybe 6 feet as well. Building muscle in that height range is actually the best, because it looks more proportionate overall.
In 24
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
doing just one
Fana
set per
Scrolla, bro, I
exercise,
feel
3
blessed.
sets
I'm not
total.
complaining at all.
That's it. And there were 70 subjects in that study. Some of them actually kept making gains during the low volume phase. And to really drive this home, a brand new low volume study from September of this year, so just last month, was just published. In this paper, Herman and colleagues had 42 resistance trained subjects run a low volume program.
1 set
Full body
each?
workouts per week with just 1 set per exercise. Each workout took about 30 minutes. They split everyone doing that low volume program into a failure group and a non-failure group. The failure group obviously went to failure. The non-failure group left 2 reps in reserve. Other than that, both groups were following
Alright,
a
Tana.
30-minute workout,
See you
twice a
soon.
week, low volume plan. And after 8 weeks of 1 set per exercise,
Yo, what's your guess? Failure did better, or the ones who did not reach to failure? This might be like one of those surprise moments. The ones who did not go to failure did better. But it doesn't make sense to me either. If you're doing low sets, then till failure is the only thing that makes sense, because that's what, like, you've broken down the muscle as much as you can.
per workout, both groups made significant gains. The
Okay, there we
failure
go.
group tended to grow better
They
overall.
did better.
So this new study tells us 2 really important things. First, on a low volume program, going to failure seems to work better. And perhaps more importantly, it tells us that even experienced trainees can make gains.
When I first went to the gym, I just copied people's weights. Brother, were you even able to lift most of the weights you saw in the gym? I feel like the chances of you actually lifting every single weight that people were doing around you is so low. What are the chances? What are the chances of just being able to lift everyone's weight?
On a low volume program. Volume might not be the king that we thought. At least that's what I make of this 2023 meta-analysis from Robinson and colleagues, which very clearly
Bro's
showed
maxing out
the
machines
closer
by
you train
accident.
to
Legit.
failure, the more muscle you gain. To me, if any one variable should wear the crown, it should probably be training hard.
Called it.
And with low volume training, since you're only doing a small handful of sets, you can't afford to push nearly every single set to failure.
He was in the kids section
hurting
without a
your
doubt.
recovery.
That's vile,
If you try
bro.
to do that on a higher
That's
volume
a
plan,
violation.
fatigue and injury risk would eventually start to outweigh any marginal benefits. So after 100 days of low volume workouts, what happened? Did it work?
Introducing Grammarly, like you've never seen before.
Who cares about
Your
Grammarly?
all-in-one writing essential.
This is what I looked like at the beginning of the challenge.
That's amazing. That's actually amazing.
This is what I look like now, after
Oh, wow.
100 days of low volume training.
He just keeps improving, and he's 35. Being like this at 35 and still being able to transform yet again. This guy's done a lot of transformations. That's
I
impressive.
was cutting during this experiment, so I am clearly leaner now, but I also think I look more jacked.
He does. Considering he cut the fats away and his arm size looks the same, if not bigger.
Especially
He
in my
100%
legs and
added
my
muscle.
shoulders. And despite being about 7 pounds lighter in the after, I think I held on to my muscle fullness, size, and density really well, and my DEXA supports that too. From day 1 to day 100, I lost 5.5 pounds of fat mass and 1.8 pounds of lean mass.
He lost fat muscle, but like he lost muscle, but it's not
I think
bad.
that's a really solid ratio, especially when you consider that lean mass isn't only muscle mass. It also includes any water that I lost during the cut. And at my training age, you always lose some water as you shred down. But the crazy thing is, I think my results are even better than that implies, because throughout this challenge, I got 3 DEXA scans. One done on day 1, another on day 30, and a final check-in on day 100. From day 30 to day 100, so across
Big
70
improvement.
days of low volume training, I actually gained half a pound of lean mass while losing
Wow.
another 2.3 pounds of fat mass. That lean mass change could be within the margin of error, but it was still pretty encouraging to see. I also gained strength. Even in the very last week of my cut, when my macros were the lowest, I was
Gaining
hitting
strength at 35 is nuts.
new PRs on the pendulum squat.
Actually, it's not nuts. Do you all know Devin Larratt? He's the arm wrestler. That guy, I think he's in his 50s or he's entering, I think he's entering his like late 50s, if not 60. He's an arm wrestler. Year to year, he actually gets stronger from his training. And he's an old dude. Like, how old is Devin Larratt? Forget the kids section, bro was in the women's section. That's nuts. That's another violation right there, chill guy. It's funny though. No harm is caused. Next day I walked in like a boss with my 6'4" cousin. Dude's huge. Okay, of course, 6'4" is nuts. And he taught me a few things. So he's like a bodybuilder, basically build muscle and drop weight. Yeah, that's what Jeff is doing, but he's trying to find like the best possible way to drop the fats and build the muscle. Okay, if y'all don't know who Devin Larratt is, he's a Canadian arm wrestler. He's one of like the champions. He's 50 years old right now. But in his 40s, he actually got stronger. Just by training alone. He got stronger. In his 40s. So if you actually think you can't like train at an older age, you'll be surprised, bro.
6 reps with 5 plates last week. 7 reps with 5 plates this week. Let's go. And my weight is going down. It's so insane how much better you lock in when you only have 2 sets to do. If I knew I had like 4 sets on that,
You
I
would
be
start
dropping my
compensating.
feet 100%. The
Me
fact
too.
that I know I've only got 2.
Me
bro,
too,
I
me
lock
too.
in and go crazy. Yeah.
Sometimes when I train and I know there's another set, bro, I dread it. I start dropping in performance.
I even hit a huge new PR on the chest press machine in the final upper body workout of the experiment.
No way.
Dude, that's 3 reps. 4 reps. More than my previous PR. That's actually nuts. On the check-in days, we also tested my
Alright, Cruz.
max strength on the Smith machine bench press and the leg extension under a strict fasted protocol. After 100 days, I matched my bench press strength and I added 15 pounds to my leg extension max. That
Wow.
may not sound like much, but considering that I lost 7 pounds, I'm already very advanced, and I was actually doing really low volume compared to my baseline, I think that's super solid. I'll
Yep.
link the raw data for the DEXA and my strength tests down below as well. I think my progress updates show a clear picture too. Much more definition in my lower half, more pop in my shoulders, and more shape in my arms.
Yeah.
The biggest surprise for me though was just how good the workouts felt. This variable is becoming more and more important to me at 34 and almost 2 decades deep into training. Instead of dreading long workouts, now I actually can't wait to train each day. And this challenge did cause me to change my mind on something pretty big. If you've been following me for a while, you might remember that I used to say that your training volume shouldn't change just because you start cutting. How do training requirements change when you go from a caloric surplus to a caloric
I
deficit?
looked so young.
And I think the answer is actually quite simple. It doesn't. But after doing this challenge, I want to update that. If you're cutting, I think low volume is the way to
Is
go.
the way to go.
High volume will still work, but I don't think it's ideal since your recovery is lower in a deficit and low volumes retain muscle.
So here's the thing, considering I know my muscle groups. So I am on the cutting side of things. I'm not doing a complete cut. I am on a deficit, but it's not a crazy deficit. So that means I should pick and choose which muscles, like I know myself, the muscles that I know get recovered quickly, I should keep the volume higher. And the muscles that I know exhaust me a lot, especially on like even the small deficit, I should drop the volume a little bit. I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna update my training volumes and work around that. And I think y'all, if you're trying to cut, you should probably take a lesson or two from this, because it makes total sense. It makes total sense. You are on lower energy, so if you're on lower energy, do not expend the energy that you would rather expend when you're on a high calorie. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good. It's a good video. I think. Let's see its
Just
conclusion.
fine, as long as you're training hard. If you're bulking, I honestly think the best approach might be to keep your volume relatively low for every muscle except one. Blast one muscle with 10 to 20, maybe even 30 sets per week at a time. And then every few months, you can rotate which muscle you're blasting. I think this makes a lot of sense,
Shocks
especially
it.
as you get more advanced. And I think once I start a lean bulk again, this is probably what I'll do. And now that I've got the muscle lab, I'll make sure that I document all that progress and keep you guys posted on how it goes.
Khalid, if you had to pick one to eat for 1 year of exercise, what would it be? Chicken breast or sirloin steak? Chicken breast.
In the meantime, if you're looking for a low volume, high
could explain why.
program like the one that I ran during this challenge, you can get my brand new Min-Max program over at jeffnipper.com, and it's 25% off for launch week. In case you're watching this after launch week, I'll go ahead and put a discount code in the description box down below so you can still save some money. Research shows that one of the most common reasons that people skip the gym is lack of time. And the low volume workouts in the Min-Max program are
Gives you
shorter,
more time.
easier to stick to, more enjoyable, and easier to recover from. This is my favorite program that I've ever released. It comes with over 90 brand new exercise demos filmed in the new Muscle Lab, a full 12-week program with exercise substitutions, in case there's any exercise you can't do, coaching notes from me, and a full ebook explaining all the science behind the program. It's suitable for all experience levels, but if you're a complete beginner just starting the gym, I'd suggest running through my fundamentals program first. If you're aiming to lose fat right now, this is absolutely the best training program I could recommend to you. And if your main goal is to build muscle,
He's based in
this is
Canada.
the perfect
I don't know if he
plan,
moved to
as
the
long as
US,
you want
but he's
shorter,
originally
more
Canadian.
intense and more time-efficient workouts, or if you just like to experiment with low-volume training for yourself. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you download a free trial of Macro Factor, which is my smart nutrition app. Your diet is also
Sorry, why am I
important
not
for building your
subscribed?
best physique, and it's the thing that most people miss. All right, that's it for this one.
Well done, well done. Good video. Very informative. It totally makes sense. All right, let's answer this. Khalid, if you had to pick one to eat for 1 year of exercise, what would it be? Chicken breast or sirloin steak? And my answer is chicken breast. Here's why. It's lower on the fat, it's lower on the calories, high on the protein, and it gives me the chance to take other foods with a little bit of a high percentage of fat in it. So I could enjoy a little bit of cheese if I want, or I can enjoy a little bit of more yogurt, or I can enjoy a little bit more eggs. And I can spread out more meals if I take chicken breast. If I take a sirloin steak, here let's pull up gram for gram sirloin steak versus chicken breast. Because if I take a sirloin steak, it'll be more calories, and I'm gonna have to compensate the rest of the meals for it. Chicken breast. Here, let's do 250 grams of each. 250 grams. 250 of chicken breasts versus 250 grams of sirloin steak. It's not giving me the proper. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. It will give me the proper details. Okay, here's the comparison. Look at the difference. 250 grams, okay? Both of them are 250 grams. With chicken breast, you're hitting 410 calories, 75 grams protein, 9 grams of fat. Okay? Now, there's the sacrifice. The sacrifice is less creatine, less iron, but if you're taking supplements, it's not going to matter. You can compensate for the iron, you can compensate for less creatine and B12. Obviously, it's higher on the sirloin steak, but it's 600 calories, less in protein, 65 grams, 40 grams of fat. And what? You're compensating your other meals. You can have less fats for the rest of the day. Can you see it now? Here's the comparison, side by side. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to choose chicken breast over sirloin. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Ali. So yeah, like honestly, it's chicken breast. It's been my favorite. It's been my go-to. Obviously, I love me a steak. I would love a steak, but like you're sacrificing more like you're sacrificing the protein and you're sacrificing having more fats. That's pretty much you're on a loss. Just buy yourself supplements and you're good on the lower scale here. Just buy supplements and you're good. That's about it, man. Just cruising. Cruising Alessandro, you guys are still here? We can hop on Scribble.io like you guys wanted. Do some Scribble.io. What are your thoughts on taking B100 complex? I'm not too familiar with it. But I heard that it's necessary for a lot of people. It pushes their nutrition a little bit on the. It's an essential vitamin. Like it is an essential vitamin. But what is it? What is it best at? Like it's a mix of Bs, right? It's a mix of Bs, and it supports like metabolism, correct? Actually, just ask ChatGPT. Okay. B100 complex, let's see what it is. A B100 complex is a supplement that contains all 8 essential B vitamins, each at roughly 100 milligrams or 100, whatever that is. Hence the name B100. Okay, so supports energy metabolism, stress response, mood, and overall nervous system health. It has biotin in it too. I don't see anything wrong with it. I just think it's low on the doses. Like you can have a better dose on the B7. You can have a better dose alone on the B9 and the B12. Like those are my top 3. I then B2, I don't take B2. I should start taking B2. It helps with energy production and skin health. Interesting. Can you collab with IShowSpeed? What do you mean can I collab with IShowSpeed, bro? IShowSpeed is a big shot, bro. I'm up and coming. There is no collab. In my opinion, take that good stuff, but don't abuse it. Yeah, abusing anything is bad, bro. Abusing anything is bad, you're right. Why is this happening?
My dear Lassie, come find me.
We'll wait for Alessandro and what is it called? Bro, I don't want to watch this. Oh my god. Let me bring this down. Let me switch the camera too. I'm forced to watch this, man. So annoying. Wait, why am I in a random... I'm in a random game right now. Create private room. Good vitamins to take selenium. I used to take it. I should start taking these supplements again. What does selenium do? Well, like what's the boost you get from selenium? Let me see. An essential trace mineral crucial for thyroid function, immune health, and antioxidant defenses. Ah, so many supplements, bro. I already take like 12 pills a day, plus the creatine, plus collagen, plus the protein powder. And all the protein that I take throughout the day. Like, my kidney's overworked. And all the water that I drink. If I actually have to take every single good supplement, I'll lose it. I think it will do the opposite. I'm gonna have to pick and choose. Yo, Cruz, you're back, bro? Announce yourself if you're back. Alessandro, are you here? No, I mean, I wouldn't call it abuse. I think like 5 more pills, it would be abuse. But right now, it's like calculated. I made sure they split properly throughout the day. I don't take them all at once. It's the proper amount of milligrams. And I drink more than enough water. Like, I make sure I hit 4 liters a day. But I am on the edge of, yeah, now it's like the dangerous territory for how many supplements you're taking. Not really, because some of them are so tiny. They're like very small doses. I can go through them one by one, actually. That'll be a cool thing to do on stream. Doesn't matter if you drink anesthesia. But okay, you know what, Eli, bro? My problem with nuts is they're high in calories and they don't fill you up. I'm not a big fan of nuts. Like, I love their taste; they taste amazing, but I'm not a fan. Diet-wise, I think it's like the worst move on the board. The worst move you can do is have peanuts, if you're cutting, or have cashew nuts or any type of nut. It's a bad move because you'll just be hungry and you've taken a lot of calories for no reason. Easily the best things you can take on any diet is tuna, chicken breasts, eggs, a bunch of veggies, roasted potatoes, banana before an exercise, and yeah, that's about it, bro. That's the easiest, most simplest, the dumbest diet you can do. You can't go wrong. You're eating the same thing every day, just change up the way you cook it so you don't get bored, and that's it. Yeah, peanut butter is good for bulking though. It's a cheat code for bulking. Peanut butter, avocados, more eggs, and salmons and steaks are the best bulking. It's the best bulking diet you can do. Cutting, you go to the white meats. Red meats if you're bulking, white meat if you're cutting. Nuts if you're bulking, plus all the veggies. No nuts plus the veggies if you're cutting. Or the Syrian food. The Syrian food is high in fat. If you think of a basic Syrian diet, dude, the amount of fats. It's good bulk. It's a great bulk. Not a clean bulk though. We use ghee, so semne. We use a lot of semne. We use a lot of oils. Olive oil this, olive oil that. Fried this, fried that. And even the breakfast stuff, dude, like Lebanon is beautiful, you know? It's low on calories and everything, but it's high on the fat side. All the cheeses are high on fat. Well, bro, they're lovely diets, and then of course you're not an Arab if you don't hit that pita, bro. Like a good loaf of bread, a good amount of bread. Yo, Cruz, welcome back. We're just waiting for Alessandro, but he disappeared. We were gonna do some Scribble IO, but if he's not here, we won't do it. We'll do something else if you want. Sasa, there we go, bro. Who doesn't like Sasa? We love that. True, Eli and Chill Guy, and Cruz, y'all are down for Scribble IO or you want to do something else? I'll send you a link, Cruz. You'll be able to join. Don't worry. Bro, why do I have to watch ads every time? Alright, fire. Yo, Choga, did you end up joining the Discord? Do we have you in the Discord server? Alright, there we go. Let me make it full screen, remove the ad. Invite link copied. Send to chat. That's the invite link. Now you can join. Let me open dashboard as well and change this to Scribble.io. Done. Category changed. Yo, I need a haircut, bro. I'm gonna go back to that buzz cut looking thing. No, it's not, because that's what I suspected last time, but they were talking to each other so quickly. I'm like, it's not the same guy. Alright. I'll be waiting. Come on, Eli. Eli and Cruz, we're waiting for you. Fire. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's see. 9 words. You're supposed to draw the word. Highway. What the heck? Huh? So confused. It's not a ruler. It's not a ruler, Cruz. I have no idea. Yardstick. Why would you choose yardstick? What? That's such an odd word to use. And bro picked a whole essay right now. Look at that. 14 words. I don't get it. What did you draw? 1x. Is that an okay sign? That's a 3. One times 3 is 3, bro. Oh. Got it. That's not bad. That's not bad. Um, Teacher. It's not teacher. Huh? Boy, why you writing? Boy, draw. Go. Huh? What are you writing? No way, Lee guessed it. Protester. Let me hide my screen real quick. That's not easy. I'll try. That's all I can do, bro. I can't do more. I wish I could show you my screen, guys, but you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. Okay, now I can show it, I think. It was eyelid. That was the best I could do, bro. Yo, Anna, what's up? Alright, let's see. Where are you gonna cook? starts with a B. It's not a 4-leaf. It's not like it starts with a B, guys. No, y'all can see my screen. I gotta switch. Yes, sir. All right, let's see what you got, Cruz. Purple. Why did they choose purple? What the heck is that? Oh, wait a second. Oh, never mind. Uh, what? Who just guessed the word? No one guessed the word yet. I have no idea. The end is throwing me off. Tentacle. Cruz, you could have drawn an octopus, bro. Student? Graduate? Chef? Alright. Can't show you that. Cannot show you that. Alright, I gotta hide my screen again. It's my turn. Okay. Yo, wait. I'm gonna cook this up. Let's do. These are so hard to draw. Let me try that. First, we start with this, the base. Then we go with a girl. And then we have one here. Hey, yo. Bro, I can't do better than that. Let me show you. It was yoga, bro. I don't know how to draw yoga, dude. That's the best I can do. It looks so weird. Alright, Eddie, let's see what you got. No way, bro. Just got that. Ain't no way, bro. What? I didn't even know those were gonna be selections, bro. I gotta find an easier way to hide the screen and come back. What? Why is it such a small word? And if it's not fish, what is it? It's what is this? Orca. Orca. Ain't no way. Yo, Anna's here. 3 letters. You know what? Maybe I should change my face cam to hide the word area. Maybe I should do that rather than changing screens every time. Who still didn't get it? It's 3 letters, Cruz. Why are you putting table? Alright, let me move. Oh, oops. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna move my face here so it doesn't show the word. How are y'all getting it? What the heck am I drawing? Bro, I didn't know how to draw medication, dude. That was the best I would have done. Also, my thing is not aligned. How am I gonna align it now? There we go. GG's, guys. GG's. Another round? But I was too late for me to hide it. I was like, I keep moving my thing around. Let's do one more, but let me keep my face cam here. Okay. Invite link in the chat. In the general chat. Alright, let's do this. We just left. Ilya, you can still join. There we go. Wait, now there's 2 chill guys. Hmm. What? Oh, it's just an F. What? Oh. Folder, yo, what in the ancient technology? I forgot about folders. That's why I couldn't get it. Disappointing. Oh, dumb, bad driver. What do I do? Washing machine. Oh, there's a guy now. Never mind. There's an F. What? She rejected someone who's proposing, but it's not propose. Oh. Now I get it. Nah, I get it. It took a while. Oh, brother, it leaked again. It leaked again. I don't know what else to draw. I don't know how else to draw it. It was coughing. Oof. 2 words. It's pretty long. 7 and 7. How did you guess that? I don't know, bro. This one was a tough one. I'm so disappointed. I forgot that there's a thing, like a specific glass, just reading glasses. That is so annoying. How'd I forget? Alright, last round anyways, last round. Alessandro? Where were you, bro? Well, what is this supposed to be? What? Monster. It was general. Disappointing. How do I know if it's my turn next so I can like hide my screen? Got it. Got it, got it, got it. That's pretty good. That's a good one, that's a good one. The zeros just keep increasing. What the heck? Okay, is it my turn next? Let me switch the camera just in case. Nope, it's not. Okay, 9 letters. Uh, how did you get it, Anno? What is that? Frostbite. Okay, I did the modern and the new. It was telephone. Thank you, Anno. Like the stream, yes sir, please and thank you. Wait, why is it? Huh. Five and six. What is that? Paint roller. That's what I was looking for. Why are you drawing so slow? Why are you drawing so slow? What? I'm so upset. It took me a while. Brother. Stop, you type so fast. What? AU? I did type sausage. Did I write it wrong? I wrote sausage wrong. I misspelled sausage. I'm so... What? The U is throwing me off. How did Lee get it? What is that? The U is throwing me off. I have no idea what that is. That's the name of the torture device? 7. Okay, let's see. Purchase. It's not delivery, it's not package. I and N. Mail. Oh my goodness, dude. Alright, let's do this. I think that was good. It was the military. I was last. Oh no, I was fourth. GG's, GG's. I mean, go, bro. Let's do 2 rounds, 2 more rounds. Oh wait, players, keep the players up. Rounds. 2 rounds. Word count. 1. Hints, 0 hints. Oh. Draw time 50 seconds. Huh? How did Dana get it? Combine harvester. It's literally that. Bro skipping his round. No, I was so close to get it. Nice, Chris. What? 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 What was that? uh, anyway, bro got SpongeBob, boy. Outlaw. Bruh. Is it my turn? No, it's not. What? What is this? Yin and yang. That's not how you draw yin and yang, yo. Okay, my turn. That's so hard. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this. That's the best I can do. Wait, I can bring back the screen actually when I'm drawing. Guys are just throwing words. Bro, stop writing. Nice. That's a good one. That's a very good drawing, bro. Nice. Oh, you have to go? GG. No way. Easy points. Oh, you had to Google. Concealer. That's hard to draw. Yeah, because I put out one word that tried to make it harder. Handwriting from Wish. Oh, okay. This is hard to draw. Let me try to do this quick. That's the best I can do, bro. It's mozzarella. It's the most common cheese on pizza. GG's. I got a second. Let's go. Alright, bro. Let's end it here. That was pretty fun. That was actually pretty fun. I don't want to be this zoomed in. Let me move back. There we go. Good games. Good night, bro. Good night. Good night, guys. No way Marita joins right now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Off stream? Nope. Yeah, look, guys. It was pretty fun. Cruz, it was lovely having you here again, bro. I wish you could join so you know when I go live. Join the Discord. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night. That Sancho's done with the game. Poor guy. Alright, guys. It was pretty fun. Thanks for joining. Good night. I hope you learned a few things earlier on the stream when we watched Jeff talking. It was a good gym discussion. I'll see y'all in the next stream. Make sure you keep your notification on just in case you missed the Discord announcement. Cruz, lovely seeing you here again, buddy. Take care. Good night, guys.